Storm Ciaran has swept the nation over the past 3 days, causing destruction across the UK. The storm has now eased, thankfully, but many people have been left with significant damage to their homes and businesses. Flood warnings do remain in place due to heavy rainfall and strong winds. Guernsey resident Jess joins us now to talk about what the experience was like in Jersey. Sorry.
I'm in Jersey, Channel Islands, where the storm passed through us in the early hours of this morning. Sort of between 2, 3, 4 o'clock. Winds were reaching up to 104 miles an hour. Caused extensive devastation, particularly in the south of the island. Many residents evacuated throughout the night by the emergency services, who were fairly well stretched. It is only a small island, and yet, as you can see in the background, there's still a lot of heavy rain in the sky. But generally, the winds are just starting to ease off. Fortunately, I was pretty lucky, as you can see in the background. Just a load of fence panels down, so I count myself very lucky.
Right, joining us now is GB News reporter Jeff Moody, who is in Teignmouth. Normally, Jeff, whenever I join you, you are getting blasted by wind and rain and actually looking quite calm there at the moment. What's it like down there?
Well, what a difference a day can make. Yes, it's really nice down here in Teignmouth, really nice indeed, because Storm Ciaran is now up in the North Sea and it's dissipated considerably. So really, we're now looking at the aftermath. As we've been hearing, Jersey and Guernsey were worst hit by a long way. Here in the UK, really not too bad. It could have been a lot worse. Many homes were without power in Devon, in Cornwall yesterday. They've all been restored. So that is over and done with. Everything's going out of Dover as normal. Ferries are fine now. Trains are fine. It's more a case of things like this. It's the rubble. It's the little things that it's caused. I mean, here in Teignmouth, the waves really shot over the esplanade here and caused a lot of damage. I mean, the pier you can see in the background, you know, that suffered really badly there. But the good thing is that that's the extent of the damage. We haven't seen anybody lose their lives. But earlier on, I spoke to Councillor David Cox, who explained to me the significance of the pier and how quickly he thinks they'll be able to restore it.
It's an iconic part of Teignmouth seafront. Is our pier. It's privately owned by a family that's done really good well over the years. It was featured part of Muse's posters when they returned to Teignmouth a few years back. So it is an iconic part of the town. I'm hoping we can help them move on and to repair the pier. There's some dramatic pictures, but in fairness to the Environment Agency, they gave us Rolls-Royce flood defences, and they appear to have held and stopped the town. The town in the 60s used to be flooded regularly by the sea. It's held well. We're really pleased that that's done, and you know, the community's coming together on Sunday to do a clear up, and I think we've got away lightly, though, you know, dramatic pictures, though we are concerned about the sand loss at the point. We've lost a lot of the sand, which is undermining the flood defences. The foundations are exposed, and in fact a beach hut was washed away in the storm. I guess other communities have worse situations than losing a beach hut, but you know, nevertheless, it's a canary in the mine. It's a worry that the sand is moving away, and if too much sand moves away, it will undermine our flood defences. We can rebuild. As I say, the local council's here today. The community will be here on Sunday to clean up our seafront, and you know, it's a fantastic place, Teignmouth, and great community spirit. And I believe Teignmouth will bounce back. And as you say, it's superficial damage. It can be repaired.
Yes, on the whole, we have been very lucky, but we're not quite out of the woods yet. There are many weather alerts still in place and some weather warnings, which are more serious than weather alerts. The weather warnings are along the south coast, the alerts sort of further north, and that means there will be heavy torrential rain, particularly in the southeast, but also they've just recently extended that warning for Devon because they were expecting a lot of rain over the weekend, and it started right now.
With immaculate timing. That's Jeff Moody live in Teignmouth for us. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon, Jeff.